So we're going to talk about playing with the rest now. So a lot of people don't feel comfortable playing with the rest. How do you feel about having to use a rest?
I'm not too bad, to be honest, but I mean, obviously I've grown up playing on small tables and I'm a tall chap, so I don't have to use the rest that often. So that's a good thing, but when I do use it, because I've not used it that often, I'm not 100% with it, but I'm all right. You know, yeah. I've watched obviously snooker over the years, and I've sort of tried to emulate what they're doing. I think the biggest thing is, you know, you want your rest flat on the table, same as like your bridge hand. You don't want to be holding. You know,
there's loads of people just hold it.
Yeah, they just hold it up. Yeah. You see it all the time, but you know, it's going to move, isn't it? You like. Yeah. So the biggest thing is putting it flat, right, and just, you know, like for instance here, holding it. I mean. Yeah. You never see him holding it dead. It always seems to be out the way, if you like. Do you know what I mean? So just, you know, nice firm grip, and then the rest can't go anywhere. And then there's no real rule of thumb with this as well. It's just I would hold it like that, but I don't go like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because your arm's sort of in the way, and I'm not like this. It's sort of sideways. Yeah, sideways, dead on, sort of level with the table, if you like. And same again. It's just. Everything still and just push through straight. That's pretty much all. The only advice I could give on using the rest. Just don't hold it up, and because it just moves all over. You just want it steady like that.
So whilst this bit is on how to use a rest,
yep.
How do you avoid using a rest? I mean, some people even play left-handed. I mean, do you?
Yeah, I'm not bad left-handed. Same again. That's probably more natural. I've never practiced, but I can hold my own and. You know, I have played shots left-handed, but I would probably be a bit more comfortable using the rest as such. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's obviously the snooker players have to use the rest more often because it's a 12x6. You know, I play on a 9x5, so you know it's very rare it comes in. But I have an extension, and I can pretty much reach most points. You know what I mean?
Using that extension seems to make a big difference now. You see a lot of players.
Yeah, a lot of players are using it. I mean, a lot of players are using it full time as well throughout the whole match. Yeah. That's because it's a longer cue, so they're getting right through the cue ball. But I don't think there's any sort of need for that really. You know, when you play on TV, the cloth's super quick, and it's not like it's a slow dead table. So I don't really think you need that much power, to be honest. But you know, it's personal preference. Yeah.
And do you take your own rest to tournaments, or do you just use what they've got there?
I don't, but I have actually, a friend of mine give me a rest what unscrews in the middle and the rest head screws off. So, because the rests that we get at tournaments are pretty crap, to be honest, right. And they're not like a V, like, you know, like this is a V, like the bridge hand. Some of them I've got a bit of like a U shape, and you can see the cue moving. So I don't really like using them, but I don't take it with me because, like I said before, I'm fairly tall, so I might not use the rest for 6 months in a match, you know what I mean? And then sometimes you might just need it, but usually it's just to sort of like pot the ball really. It's not like, you know what I mean, there's any real power going on with the shot type thing. Yeah. But it's amazing really, like the Americans, they're terrible with the rest. They're terrible.
Really?
But I think that's down to the fact that obviously probably they've not grown up watching snooker, so they've never watched how they use the rest. Right. So some of the top players, you can see them like this, and you know what I mean. You just think this is going to be a disaster for them. You can just see it, and that's probably the reason they've never really watched people using the rest right. And obviously the table's a bit small, so they don't use it that often. So obviously you're not going to be great with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have like a practice routine for using a rest, or do you just?
No, I've never even practice with the rest. I just, you know, if I need rest, I just grab it, and it's like, I'll never. But I suppose if you're bad with the rest, you know, you would practice. You know, it's like anything. Yeah. The more you do it, the better you get.
Okay, brilliant, great stuff.